Well, good afternoon and welcome once again to Ed's Orchids. Now today we're carrying on just having a look at these Cattleyas, seeing if there's anything untoward into the substrate. And this is a white boulder, I think. Yeah, Chongu Swan white boulder. So we'll just have a look at this one. I think I've about 8 to do, but I won't video all of them all. Now this is in large coconut husk. But there's none of the roots stuck to the coconut husk, but they are stuck to the bark. So that's telling me something. Let's have a look in here, see if there's anything. No, there's no bugs in there, so that's fine. But there's only a couple of growing roots on them, growing tips. They're all with little black ends on them. So I'm going to trim them down and give it a good start again. Make sure it gets over there. Make sure they're nice and green on the inside. Yep. And cut all the bad ones off. They're fine. And no soft fruits on it. So that's handy. Right, so I'll just give it a bug spray like I always do with these, just to make sure, and then we'll pot it back up again. But this time with it not clinging to the coconut husk but clinging to the bark, I shall put it in bark again. That's that one potted up, the Chongu Swan white boulder, and there was no slugs in that. So we'll have a look at the next one, which is a Haesong Tianmu RLC. Now this has got a beautiful new growth on it here, you know, so it's the right time to pot this one. There's little bits of shiny stuff on the bark, so I'm just wondering if there's anything in here. There don't seem to be anything to be eaten, but we'll just check on it. Whoops. Right. Well, we've got this one out of its pot. There doesn't seem to be anything too wrong with it. It's got a lot of nice roots. They're not very big. And this is the new growth is just starting, excuse me, to produce the roots down here, which is very good. I'll just show you that one. Yeah, there's the new growth, and there's the new roots just starting to come through. So that's going to be fine, although the main roots on them aren't very good. And I noticed when I took it out of the pot, it was very, very dry on top, but very wet on the bottom. So I don't know what I can say about that. I mean, I think if I had some, I don't like saying this, but if I had some sphagnum moss, I think I'd wrap them in sphagnum moss for a bit, you know, just so the roots would get going. But I won't keep them in sphagnum moss longer than 6 months. at the bottom and dry at the top? I've no idea. Anyway, we'll pop this one back up and have a look at the next one. Do you know, at this time of the year I've generally got plenty in bud and I've nothing at all in bud. So, I mean, this morning, well, I was in this greenhouse sort of an hour ago, and would you believe it was hailstoning? It's absolutely bitter outside. I think I'd better start watering these a little bit more often. But there again, I like them to dry out before they get watered. I mean, they can be a little bit temperamental, Cattleyas, you know, and spread out all over the place, which you know I don't like, so I always trim these to go. But this one isn't so bad, so we'll leave that one as it is, seeing as it's got a new growth on there. That's the RLC Haesong Tian Moo. So there's no bugs in that one. Now this is the RLC Liu Hope Cheng Mary Cross Mount Hood. It's, since I've had it, it's grown 2 leaves and done nothing. So we'll take this out of the pot, see if there's anything untoward in there. I'll just take the wires off. Now this is the thicker wire, this is the 2mm wire that I used to have. So it seems quite some time since I've done this one. But I'm not happy with the roots on these Cattleyas this year up to now. That one. Let's see, put him on one side. Ah, there's one here. What's this fastened to? Oh, it's fastened to here, so I'll cut that. Because we've got plenty of wire. Right. I'm being a bit careful because I don't want to damage anything. Right, this can come out of its pot now. And let's have a look at this. This looks to have some very nice roots. I mean, you can see there they're coming out of the bottom, but they are dead roots. A few live ones, but well, this has come out of the bottom and gone back in. Huh. Oh, there's so many of these, isn't there? Wow. And there's no new growths on them yet. So how do I get this one out of the pot? With extreme difficulty, I think. Interesting. I think it's one I'm just going to have to cut the pot. Don't like doing it, but I think I'll have it to do. Or should I leave it and just spray it and hope for the best that there's nothing untoward happening in there? think at this point of the proceedings that is probably the best thing to do, and to stake it up. Right, yeah. I don't want to start spoiling the roots when I'm complaining that I don't get enough. So I'll get some nice stakes, and I'll wire it up and have it going up straight. Well, there we are. That's this plant with the stake in and wired up, and it looks a lot better now because it was spreading all over the place almost. Only 2 leaves, but it just shows you down at the bottom, if you can see, how much a pseudobulb will bend, because it's got no roots on yet. So don't be frightened of just moving them, because they won't snap. Well, they will if you do them too much, but they will bend quite a bit. So that's the, what did I say it was? The Liu Hope RLC. Yeah. Well, this is the RLC Elegant Dancer, and I've just been looking at it, and it looks like it's just starting with a little bit of scale down there. Only small yet, but I might give it the bleach treatment just to get rid of it. But we'll take it out of its pot and have a good look at it first. We'll just cut the wires off first. And there's quite a lot of wires on this one. The pseudobulbs aren't too bad, they're not desiccated much. The older ones are going over a bit, and there's a new growth here, so I'm hoping this is alright inside, but noticing a little bit of scale coming, I don't like that, so we may give it the bleach bath. And if nobody's ever seen the bleach bath, well, you'd be amazed how much bleach I put in. But the bleach has never failed to kill anything, except it doesn't kill the plants. I've never harmed a plant with it yet. Yeah, this is definitely starting off with scale. I don't think it's Bois de Val, but if it's Bois de Val, it's definitely a bleach treatment, because the Bois de Val scale is dreadful to get rid of. So this looks like it's really getting ready for the bleach, just to make sure. Right, we've got the wires off now. Let's get it out of the pot, if I can. I don't think I can, there's so many roots all over the place. Look. But you see what I mean there, look at that there. Absolutely covered. I've got this little magnifying glass, just a cheap one. I'll just have a look, see what it is. It's some type of scale, but it looks like it's all dead. Yeah, it's all dead. It's coming off with me rubbing it with my fingers. But I'm going to give it a bleach bath, definitely. And I might leave it. Well, I can't leave it in there, can I? Really? Because it's got to come out. Ah dear, what a job. I'll switch off. So I've got some RO water here that I put some warm water in to make it tepid. Don't want to shock the plant too much. And we'll put some bleach in. That's quite a lot of bleach, but I've never harmed the plants with it yet. So what I'll do, I'll put the plant in now. It's all cleaned up, all the bark taken off it, and we'll leave it in there for 5 or 10 minutes, completely submerged. Just stir it round to get the soap suds going. There we are. That's lovely. And my hands are much cleaner now. One, two, three. Now a lot of people say bleach. They're frightened to death of it. They think it might burn their hands, but it doesn't. Look. That's bleach. No problem. Just rub your hands together. Makes them nice. It just gets a little bit warm now, and then it's back to normal. Lasts about 3 seconds. But don't be frightened of getting bleach on your skin. No problem. Well, it's been in here now for about 10 minutes. So what I'll do, I'll just take this into the house, put it under the tap, wash about as much of it as I can, and then repot it up, and that should be fine. So I'll do that now. Oh, surprise, surprise, the sun's just come out, and it's so hot in here I've had to take my jumper off. Anyhow, let's just have a look at this one. See if there's any dead roots to take off yet. Get rid of them all while we can. Hello. Where's that attached to? Just 1 or 2 soft root tips, but nothing to bother about. But I do think, yeah, it could have been Blas de Val, this. Could have been Blas de Val scale, this. So let's hope the bleach has sorted it out. So we'll just pop this one back up. This was in some big bark, which I like for Cattleyas. Looks like this could go with a bigger pot as well. Ah dear, see if we can find one. Well, the only thing I could find is this this ball thing, and I think it was off a barbecue I used to have that used to catch the drips of the fat in. But how do you think that looks? Just want some holes drilling in the bottom, and yeah, I think we'll give that a try. Well, that's my little experiment for today, and it doesn't look too bad really. It's giving the roots plenty of air, plenty of room. I've drilled some holes in the bottom, and do you know, I think that should be okay. It's giving it plenty of room to roam. The roots can go where they want, and I'll be very happy to see the roots sticking to the sides. So thank you very much for watching. I hope it hasn't been too boring for you. you know, all this repotting malarkey. And anyhow, thanks to all, everybody who watched it, thanks to all the people who comment, thanks to all my subscribers, and until next time, I'll see you later. Bye.